that's a bet. Cut the check. Bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips. Bye, bye, bye. OG. Lie detector. Don't lie, lie, lie. Cut the check. Bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips. Bye, bye, bye. OG. Lie detector. Don't lie, lie, lie.
Chill. Told her bye, bye, bye. Don't make I. Got a lot of racks on me. Chill. Got a lot of chill on me. Yeah. Couple M's in jewelry. Chill. I'm a rich like jet ski. Chill. And I can't buy no flight. No. Look at my.
The first round of the NBA playoffs continues as we get ready for Game 2 on EA Sports. From Spectrum Center in Uptown Charlotte, tonight, the Charlotte Hornets getting set to match up with the Toronto Raptors. Hi, everyone. Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, we look at the Hornets coming in. They were winners in Game 1, as expected, on their home floor. They'll look to build on that advantage here at home in Game 2.
And Game 1 went as expected. But now, as the higher seed, you still got to take care of business in Game 2. As a road team, all you're looking to do is split one of these first 2 games.
Kyle Lowry with the rock. To Gasol. Oh, he had him there for a second. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Rebound taken by Toronto. Fred VanVleet driving right to the basket. Into the front court, it's Walker. Just underway. Happy you're with us for Game 2. Give it to him. Kemba Walker missed his first. That one goes.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Cody Zeller swats it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Yes, tough shot. It's got to go up to go in.
Old school equals high percentage.
Lowry into the front court. Down 5. Kemba Walker.
Whoa! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. Fred VanVleet. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
He wants it at the rim and scores.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. To VanVleet. Screen coming. Fred VanVleet to Lowry. Gets a look. Can't hit.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his length.
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Lowry with it. Right now, down 7. To VanVleet. Screen coming. Fred VanVleet to Lowry. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Lowry. To VanVleet. Here comes the screen. doesn't have the touch. No good.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. So Lowry. And counted at the rim. To Kemba Walker. Has a chance. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
When I think about Kemba Walker, I think about a self-made elite PG. He's a little guy that thrives amongst the NBA giants, and he's fearless. Let me tell you about how fearless he is. Even Alvin Gentry said he's probably the biggest competitor he's ever seen. You could put him right up there with the likes of Kobe Bryant from a competitive standpoint. That goes to show you that Walker will do anything and everything to beat you every possession.
Free throw is good to finish off the three-point play. And the margin down to 8. Fires the 3, buries the wide-open 3. That's too easy.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jacking back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Marvin Williams, able to recover with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Miles Bridges to Rozier. For 3, his first effort, off the mark. Fred VanVleet. Cody Zeller snatching it out of the air.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Miles Bridges to Rozier. Knocks it down from mid-range.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Fred VanVleet. And that's going to get out of bounds. It'll stay Raptors basketball. New blood coming in for both sides. Johnson. Down to 5 on the 24. Has a look. Knocks it down off the step back.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Rozier steps out and hits.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
Rebound taken by the Hornets. Slams it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Fred VanVleet to Stanley Johnson. Here's Nowitzki down low. No good. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. And he buries it. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. We've reached the end of the first quarter here in game number 2. Jay and I are back after this. It's the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Lowry to Powell. Here comes the screen. Nowitzki to Lowry. Trying to cash in. Can't connect. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Now the Raptors going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Down a bundle. To Powell. The drive, right to the basket. Short jumper, won't fall.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Toronto has the basketball. Cody Zeller pins it. That's his third block this evening.
This game is, out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. On the follow, way to stay with it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Right down the lane, but the shot won't go. Has a chance. Williams' shot won't go. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Lowry into the front court. His guys down big. To Powell. Serge Ibaka slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
To Miles Bridges. Fires the three. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for three.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Lowry. And he finishes at the rim.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Toronto with the basketball. Defense making the ball carrier work. Lowry. Cody Zeller. Huge block. Fourth this contest.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Nice pass to set things up.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Nothing going here on that drive. Pascal Siakam. Stuffs it down with authority.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Charlotte basketball. And count the basket.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Tough move in close quarters with the crossover. Lowry. That'll get out off the Raptors. Changes coming from both sides right now. To Walker. 4-3. Can't defend it any better. Kemba Walker misses. Lowry into the front court. He'll run the offense. Fred VanVleet to Lowry. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marc Gasol. Gets it in the right corner. Lets it fly from long range. Well defended.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Hornets right now in possession. To Kemba Walker. Nothing going here on that drive. Not going down for him this time.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Rebound pulled in by Charlotte. Miles Bridges. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was the look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Well done, Kyle Lowry. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Given 2 points. High percentage.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Gasol. And knocks it down. And Jay, so much better to get that 3-point shot than one instead from 22 feet. We've reached halftime here in Game 2. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Charlotte Hornets entered the locker room at halftime with a significant lead, and the offensive glass was their domain. They scored plenty of second-chance points, asserting themselves in the paint. These are the guys getting buckets. For the Charlotte Hornets, the Raptors have yet to appear after one half of basketball. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. These are the guys getting buckets for the Toronto Raptors.
Game track. Blocks.
The Hornets have been making the kind of defensive impact that can affect the team mentally. After a lot of those blocks, you'll start to see guys more hesitant and second-guessing shot opportunities.
Player of the half.
Cody Zeller tallied a lot of blocks in the first half and really made his presence known on the defensive end. I bet we end up seeing the opposition get even more timid around him.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Lowry with it. Looking to make something happen. That is great vision to set it up. Cody Zeller rejects it. Ooh, 5 now.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Fred VanVleet cleans it up. Offensive board. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Pascal Siakam, a couple of free throws on the way. His career mark right now sits at 63%. First try at the line, no good. Second one's good. Splits the pair. To Walker. Beyond the arc for 3. Look out, Kemba hitting the tough shots here.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Here comes the screen. Fred VanVleet to Gasol. Offensive rebound. Gasol. Marc Gasol. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
And Ed, you know what the worst part about this whole thing is? Usually when a defender bites like that, that means that they're being active. They just guessed wrong, man.
Walker. Count the basket. He's feeling good. Defense has to get him out of his comfort zone.
Ed, here's a next level comment for you. K-Walk is one of the rare guys in the league today that blurs the lines between the streets and the league.
Lowry to VanVleet. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Well done, Kyle Lowry. Now 4 for 9.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Deep 2 there, won't go. It's the Raptors with the basketball. Fred VanVleet to Lowry. Here's a chance from long range. That won't go. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there. Count the basket at the rim.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Walker. Gasol with the rebound. Marvin Williams sends it away. A pass stolen by the Hornets. Gets to the basket and scores.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
And count the basket inside.
I wasn't quite expecting him to get there, but I can be wrong. Sometimes, not a lot, but maybe sometimes.
Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Walker lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Here comes the screen. Fred VanVleet to Gasol. Marc Gasol looking good, 4 for 5.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
That ball's out of bounds, off the Hornets. Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Nothing going here on that drive. Good. Off a spin.
Come on, somebody tell me when he added that to his arsenal.
Rozier into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. And a putback slam.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Cody Zeller sends it away. Incredible. 6 tonight.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Rozier shot no good. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Cody Zeller at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 73%. Free throw good to cap off the 3-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Yeah, I've been in this situation before. Just raise your hand. We got to switch.
Toronto has the basketball. Fred VanVleet. Down low Gasol. Cody Zeller with a piece. Make that 7. Tough shot. Hand in his face. He makes them pay. They'll let one fly from half court. That's the end of the third quarter. It's been all Hornets. Hornets with the first possession here in the fourth quarter, and they have done no wrong to this point. They have this game well in control.
They took control early, and they never let up. The scary thing about this team, if they keep their foot on the gas and then throttle it down, they can win this game by 50.
Just off the mark. Marc Gasol tips it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper won't fall.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Hornets have the basketball.
I got him. Here we go.
Almost, but no good. Fred VanVleet. From the painted area, won't go down. Rozier with it. His guys holding the big lead. From long range, Terry Rozier. Not necessarily a shot, knocks down the 3.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Fred VanVleet to Gasol. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Has a look. That's rebounded by Toronto. Can't miss those. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. He'll run the offense. It's rebounded by Gasol. Fred VanVleet. Count the bucket for 2.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
To Miles Bridges. Runner's good there.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping.
Miles Bridges to Kemba Walker. Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't defend it any better. Kemba Walker misses.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Down a bundle. Curling inside. Oh, Bridges up to block the shot.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Stuffs it down with authority.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show because that's what you're watching right now.
Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kemba Walker. To Lowry. Cody Zeller swats it. 8 now. That ball's out of bounds off the Hornets. Fred VanVleet. Lowry to Gasol. Not today. To Miles Bridges. Stuffs it down with authority. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
First try, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended. Toronto with the basketball. Lowry to Gasol. Gets it in the right corner. Gasol to Lowry. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Trying to cash in, and he drains it.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Fred VanVleet gets it in the left corner. to Van Vliet. Pascal Siakam. 5 to shoot for Toronto. Not that time. For 3. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. Lowry into the front court. His guys down big. Throws it down. Now the Hornets take the timeout. High fives all around. This game is well in hand in the final minute. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Oh, 5-second violation. Lowry. Missed it. Won't go. It's the Hornets with the victory. They've taken the upper hand in this best-of-7 series. A 2-games-to-none lead. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on...
The Hornets came away with the victory in this one. And more often than not, they were hitting the 3 when they popped from long range.
Game track. Second player of the game. Who was cold?
Here are the top plays.
No.
The Charlotte Hornets put one in. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.
We got London on the track.
Too much money, I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pockets the new hook. We don't pay attention to no loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool.